So I kind of want to go again just for something to fucking do. You know, I was talking to Autumn, one of my coworkers, I think it was yesterday. I don't know, no, it's right here. Yeah, I think it was yesterday that I was talking to Autumn. And I was telling her that the city of Green Bay doesn't allow, you know, more than one storage shed on your property. Like, I'll admit it, we got two, but one is only going to be temporary for I think a year or so yet. So it ain't going to be staying in our yard for much longer. I think, like I said, I think it's going to be for like a year. Yeah, for like a year or so yet at most. And keep the back garage because that's where we keep Dad's Le Mans. And blah blah blah, and a bunch of reefers. Which what a reefer is a refrigerated enclosed trailer like those. You know, those are enclosed trailers with a refrigerator to keep shit cold. But I was telling her I was gonna try to convince Dad to break, you know, take the steel shed that we got down faster and, you know, get one of the nice wood ones from like Home Depot, you know, like the nice ones that you get for like $3 grand or whatever. And, you know, pay the $3 grand off, then have somebody come in and then wire it into the house so that I got my own, you know, work area. Like I got, you know, so then I got 110 and, you know, have it at a 220 volt service or whatever, you know, have it on a 220 breaker. And whatever. So then I'll do one, have it as, you know, 110 outlets, and I'll have it as a 220 breaker for the main, and then a breaker branched off for outlets. And then a breaker for lights. And then you know, I'd have one breaker for the air compressor, have that one a little bigger, you know, like amperage wise. So then I'll just do that as air compressor, and I'd buy my own air compressor, buy my own hose and whatever, buy a hose reel. Dad's got some junk hose I could use for I'd attach it to the air compressor. And then you know, go from there, and then I go bam, 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 bam. You know, I got my hose, then make it detachable from the hose reel, because then if Dad were to, like, let's say, need the air compressor, my air compressor or whatever, in the back garage, I'd be like, okay. I know I'd have a couple of longer cords. You know, a couple of longer extension cords, you know, like 50 foot, 25 feet, whatever. So if I have 25 feet, it'll probably make it to the back garage, because then we can set the fucking air compressor on the pavers outside the garage, back garage. And then, you know, go from there and whatever. So you know, get that done and yada yada yada. And you know, it'd be cool if I could just wire it into the fucking mains, go off that, because then I'd have 240 going right to that. But then I'd have to fucking break it down and figure out what breakers I want for what. And you know, like I said, I was gonna do a bigger amperage breaker just for the air compressor, and then, you know, pay all that off and whatever, and then slowly start, you know, insulating after I get all the wiring done. You know, slowly start doing all the insulating and walls and whatever. Because then I can just be done with it then, and it'll look like a normal shop then and whatever. So, because then I can get my toolboxes out of the main garage that's attached to the house and whatever. So, but you know me, or you know the city of Green Bay, ran by a bunch of morons. So, or make all these stupid fucking rules because they think people are gonna abuse it. Which, yeah, some people will, but not everybody. That shed that we got was only going to be temporary anyway, so. You know, because when we put the back garage up, we already had the steel shed up, and when Dad drew the plans, he's like, hey, no, you only can have one shed in the fucking backyard or in your yard or whatever. And Dad's like, what? Why? You know, whatever, they explained it. And so then he redrew the plans again without the fucking shed there. So then he is able now then to, you know, now build the garage. And so then when the inspector came to inspect it, he asked about the shed. You know, the little shed that we had all the lawnmowers in. My Dad's like, that's not, you know, as soon as I can get good to go to start putting stuff in here, you know, saying that everything's good with this, or this is what my dad told him. He said, as soon as I get to go ahead to start moving everything in here, because I built this mainly for my car. You know, so as soon as I can get the clear to get stuff moved in here, he told him. That shed's coming down and everything's going in the garage, in the back garage. So then he just left it, and that was that. So you know, next year in April will be 20 years of the back garage being there. And there's, you know, knock on wood, no cracks in the fucking concrete yet. It's because my godfather, my mom's brother, well, obviously he's my uncle, but he's also my godfather. And my great uncle on my dad's side, so it was my grandpa's adopted sister's husband. Well, I should just say sister, because now she's the only one that he has. So my grandpa's sister's husband that she had at the time helped us with a big crew of guys. You know, so it's Jim, my uncle, great uncle Jim, my uncle Corey, and you know, a big crew of guys helped pour that pad for us, so we paid them to do it, you know, for the help.